Hi, Ashley Payne with Simply Living Realty Group. Today we're with Ken and Yvette on Spoon Mountain Glamping. Tell me a little bit about how Spoon Mountain Glamping came to be.
Well, we own the Med Spa here in Wimberley, and our property's on 3 acres. So for about the first, we owned it now 5 years, but for about the first 2, we kept thinking, what are we going to put the backside of this 3 acres that butts right up to Spoon Mountain? We didn't own Spoon Mountain, but the property back here is real pretty, and it has a view, and we were considering maybe our own home, but vacation rental has just been huge in the market. So more and more people are wanting to come to Wimberley. And I said, we need to make vacation rentals back there.
Yes.
But then we took it up a notch.
Yeah. And one Mother's Day, Yvette said, well, I'd like to camp out up on our property and see what it looks like. We really had no idea the view we had. We didn't, because we'd never been up here. It was just a horse pasture that was cross-fenced with barbed wire. And so on a Mother's Day, 3 years ago, we camped out up here. And as we were camping, the sun went down in between the saddle of these 2 hills, and it was magical. And we were like, oh my gosh, we have to do something here and share this with people, because it's so gorgeous. The view is just beautiful from up here.
Yeah.
We wanted something more unique too, because I mean, everybody has vacation rentals. There's some beautiful cabins and bigger homes, and but you know, Wimberley's unique.
Yes.
We're different. So we wanted something that would fit in and be different. That people say, that's what I want to go do.
Yeah, it definitely is an attraction. Like, you come out here and it's clamping on a whole nother level. Like the tents, between the furniture, the spa experiences, the bathroom, the outdoor bathtub. You can have a party in that bathtub. So it's amazing just the atmosphere you guys created out here. And I bet at night it's just spectacular to see. So.
It is. Yes, the stars are beautiful, and it's just quiet out here. You know, everybody that comes tells us how relaxing it is.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. Camping experience is far different than it is now.
Yes, it is. I don't mind real camping though, because I love being in a tent.
See, I don't.
Yeah, we've camped when our kids were little, and we've had RVs. But I heard about a glamping summit that was going to be in Colorado. Okay. So I'm like, let's go check that out and see what that's about. And they had yurts, they had domes, like geodomes, and they had tents. They might have had some little RVs there too, but just all kinds of different types of glamping. But we found this company, which the tent is from Bush Tech Safari. Okay. And they're actually out of South Africa. Oh, and the company that we got our tents from, they make safari tents that have been sitting out on the Serengeti Plains for over 20 years. Okay. The same tent still standing after 20 years.
That was going to be my question. How does it handle like the weather and the climate here?
Yeah, well, so far it's done very well. The tents are rated at 60-mile-an-hour winds. Oh. And we've had big, as you know, we had snowpocalypse.
Yes.
So
let's not have that again.
No, but we had 10 inches of snow and ice sitting on top of the tents, and it handled it with no problem at all. And we had the heat turned up a little bit to make sure nothing froze, and we came in and it was relatively comfortable in here, even though it was 1 degree outside. We had the heater set at 78, and we came in and it was very comfortable inside the tent. We were very surprised at how well it held the heat. And so far the air conditioning has worked really well.
Oh yeah, it's very comfortable in here, especially with 95% humidity outside, so it's very nice. Yeah. Now, when did you have your first reservation, your first official reservation?
April 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, April 2nd. So we had an influencer come. She stayed on the 31st and the 1st, and then she posted on the 2nd, and by the 3rd, things had gone crazy. Yeah. I mean, we were already booked every weekend between April and August. Every weekend was full, like in the first
4 days.
4 days, yes.
That's exciting, though, especially coming out of like the pandemic with things so unsure for small businesses and how that was going to handle. So I think what we've seen a lot happen this last year and what we'll probably see in the future, which is great security for you guys, is more staycations.
Right.
More staying, getting to explore your actual region in your state rather than going abroad and whatnot. So
Right.
you guys will definitely be reaping those benefits of that. So.
Yeah.
Well, with Wimberley being discovered,
Mm-hmm.
we have 2 of the top 10 swimming holes right here in
Yes.
Wimberley, and market days,
Great
and
restaurants.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and more coming. I mean,
Yes.
there's more
Yeah.
wonderful restaurants coming. So,
Yeah. And even a really nice little car show that will bring
Yeah.
the men. The women can go to the market days on Saturday.
Or the med spa.
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
med spa.
And the med spa, and the men can go to the car show and to the med spa.
Yeah.
We do have Brotox on special.
Oh,
Brotox.
nice. I'll have to get my husband in on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we don't see when each other is angry.
That's
it's,
right.
It's funny because I kind of tease, but it's true. I mean, I think we're the only glamping Botox facility probably in the world. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know that there's any other place where you're going to get, med spa services.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to be able to incorporate both of those, especially the massages.
Yeah.
People want in-tent massage.
Well, yeah,
So
even just
we
to go to a
offer that.
resort to have an
Yeah.
in-room massage is so much
Yeah.
nicer. Where when
Yeah.
you're all done with your massage, you can crawl in bed or
Yeah.
take a nap or whatnot. Or now here you can enjoy this nice tub outside
Yes.
under
Oh,
this
yeah.
canopy of trees. It's beautiful.
The
out there.
700-pound tub.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
how many men did it take to lift that?
Well, it took
That
one.
was pretty funny.
What?
Scary.
It took one, so I put it on a big crane and brought it in and set it down myself. And,
Over the 8-foot.
yeah, the walls were
privacy
already
fence.
up, and so we
Holy
set the tent
moly.
with the
Yes.
walls in. Set the tub with the walls in place, and so we had several men on this side of the wall
To guide
and
it.
myself on this big sky track, and I picked it up and lowered it down over the wall and let it down.
It's like almost installing one of those fiberglass pools over the house.
Yes.
Yeah, just laying
I
it
could
in.
not watch. I could not watch.
Not enough
because-
alcohol for
yes,
that.
oh, it's too
It was
scary.
very nerve-wracking for us all. So.
Yeah.
Well, see, we wanted something different too. So I chose tubs for the back for 2 people because each tent sleeps 2 people.
Mhm.
It's meant for either couples or girlfriend weekends.
Yeah.
And we have 3 tents, and I wanted privacy on the back. So literally, you could be back there with no clothes on
Yeah.
in the big soaking tub with
Yeah.
your honey underneath the Texas stars.
Yes,
So-
that is definitely an experience you don't get anywhere else here, which that's great you guys brought that. And your decor is amazing.
Thank
I want you
you.
to come decorate my
I
house.
know. Well, I had some help. I could not do this myself, so I'm smart enough to know that I had to hire somebody to do that.
Yeah.
So our friend Christina Stover at Stover Design,
Okay.
she's really good. She's really good at working with your budget and saying, you have to spend the money on this
Mm-hmm.
because that's where I kind of fall short.
Right.
And then to put it all together
Mhm.
is another spot. But I wanted it to be different. I mean, it's kind of hard when you come in, people forget that you're in a tent.
Yeah, you definitely do.
You do. Now,
yeah.
if
That,
it's a
that bathroom makes you totally forget
Oh,
you're in
yeah.
a tent.
but when it's windy and the chandelier starts shaking and the walls are flapping, you do remember. So
So now, does
Makes it
each tent have a different theme a little bit? Is it a little bit different?
Yes, each
Okay.
tent's a little different. The first tent up there is handicapped accessible, and we've had handicapped people come and they say it's very comfortable, it's very maneuverable, so we're very
Nice.
excited about that. And then the Chisholm is more masculine, I guess,
Ooh.
has more darker leather and stuff like that. And this one's kind of lighter and
happier.
happier, yes.
This is more like the honeymoon suite.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's been interesting for us because we've never been in the vacation rental industry, and we leave our review books and our storybook, which I'll tell you about in a second. But to hear kind of people's stories, like the reviews that they're leaving, I didn't realize I was going to be so emotional about it. But like people have come right after finding out that they are pregnant, and it's kind of like their baby moon that they're getting away for, or we had someone and it was interesting because it was the same weekend where they had a miscarriage and the husband wanted to bring the wife out for a special occasion, and I feel really connected to these people because they're choosing us for their special
Their
getaway.
tranquility that
Yes.
they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so many anniversaries and birthday celebrations, and I mean I feel honored that they're choosing us to go.
Yeah. Now
spend
tell me
this time.
about your storybook.
So a storybook. So again, we're campers, real campers, and Ken plays guitar and sings, and he's very entertaining.
Oh,
Can you imagine
nice.
that? So we'll sit around a campfire when the kids were little, all in a circle, and Ken would start a story. And he would stop the story in mid-sentence. And then the person sitting next to him would pick that story up and start telling the rest of the story however they feel led to do it.
Aww.
And it would go all the way around the circle until we had some crazy, and it is kind of crazy, especially when there's little kids involved with that story. So I wanted to bring that concept into Spoon Mountain Glamping. And we have a storybook where Ken started the story off. And it's very interesting about where they're taking these stories to. Because each tent has its own storybook in it.
Yeah.
And it's like a collective story. And it's fun. Some people don't write in it, but you can tell the people who are thinking it's really cool. And they'll kind of take the story. I also think some of them are telling a scary story, too. I'm like, okay, I hope this next person changes that one.
Yeah.
But my intention with that is for us to be able to do... like a blog post, or maybe even a video of Ken reading the story,
kind of like Santa.
Yes.
So everybody can hear the story of the tent that they were in and where'd that story go.
Yes.
Because they really go in lots of different directions.
They do.
Because when I start a story, I kind of have an idea where I think it's going to go, and it never goes.
Never goes totally left field.
Yes, it definitely goes in different directions, which is really interesting to watch. So.
Okay, so now you tell me that you play guitar and sing, and I see like this great pavilion over here. Are you out there like entertaining guests and stuff too?
I have not done that yet. I haven't picked a guitar up in a while, so I need to start practicing. But that is definitely one of Yvette's visions. Is I would come out. I used to be a singing cowboy for elder hostels over at Camp Young Judea. They would have people come, and I would go out and play this country music for these city guys, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is incredible!" Not that I was incredible, but they enjoyed the experience of having the guitar and some
sitting on a bale of hay and whatnot. So now they have a comfortable Adirondack chair.
Oh, you have like these swinging chairs out there that look so much fun and just relaxing to be out here in the breeze and under the stars. And
there's also a hot tub that's like a 4-person, 6-person, 8-person hot tub down there, and an infrared sauna.
Oh,
it's in the back of the pavilion.
So
and all
it is
that's
like
available.
a whole tranquility mountain out here.
Absolutely.
Under the stars, everything.
And the biggest question we get is do you have air conditioning and heat? And it's like, yes. We have that.
You got a refrigerator, you got a microwave, you got it all. Like, I think this space is probably bigger than some New York apartments. So.
Well, they're 450 square feet each tent, and there are 2 rooms. It's totally cheating. I mean, it's like a cabin.
Yeah.
But you're in a tent with canvas walls and a canvas ceiling.
Yeah.
So it still feels pretty cool.
Yeah. So when you're here and you want to book like a spa treatment, what are those spa treatments that you can have booked?
Massage is the biggest one.
Okay.
And you can do couples massages. We can do them down at the med spa, or you can have it done in your tent or on the back deck where it's private.
Oh, nice.
Or on the pavilion if you like.
Down
We
the
can
pavilion.
put a couple dividers up and you can do it down there, have a private little time down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do facials as well. I think most people probably would go down to the med spa for that, which is like maybe 100 steps down the hill.
A little quick jaunt.
Yeah.
We are figuring out how to incorporate other med spa services. You have to be seen by the actual doctor, but we can do telemed this day and age. So if I do have a girlfriend group coming out and they all want to do Botox, we just set that up beforehand where they get their medical evaluation from the doctor, and we can have a little charcuterie board and some bubbly and some Botox.
I love me some charcuterie boards.
Which that's something that we actually offer to each guest.
Oh, you
that's
do?
Staying 2 nights. In the refrigerator we have a little charcuterie board in there.
Now, do you guys make those, or you outsource those?
We do them.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so busy. How you handle all of it is crazy. I would be outsourcing that.
Well, we have one person that actually helps run everything up here because we're both. I mean, Ken's the director of Wimberley EMS, so
Yes.
he's super busy.
And he's on the school board.
And on the school board, and then we own the med
Parents,
spa.
like-
Yeah.
So we have one employee that helps us, and she's a lifesaver and an amazing. I think you're only as good as your team is.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we have a cleaning team that's incredible too.
Mm-hmm.
Higher site cleaning that's just been wonderful for us.
Yeah.
They're
We
the
knew
best bed makers I've ever seen. I'm always just totally impressed how well they make a
Yeah.
bed.
When you get in and you're like mummified,
Yeah.
it's a good bed making.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because people say, well, I'm sure you guys have stayed there a lot. I'm like, no, I don't want to make that bed in the morning. So
Now that is a question.
make
Do
it
you
that
guys
good.
ever reserve any of it just for you guys to get away
we can't
or family?
anymore.
No,
We
you're
can't.
lucked out.
We are so blessed that they're
That's a good
booked.
problem to have.
Yeah,
know.
I have a lot of family in South Carolina. She has family in Florida and New York, and we keep telling them if you want to book, you need to make reservations now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that we can book it out because truly we're probably 90% booked for the next 3 months. We have we're generally a 2-night minimum, but we do allow one night if there's only one night available.
Okay.
So we have a few one-nighters here and there throughout the month,
Mm-hmm.
but it's booked. Like it's hard to get in.
Yeah.
So we're booking now for the fall.
Yeah. Now, are you pet friendly?
We are not pet friendly.
But I don't blame you with that because you are on a mountain. You don't know what's out there.
Well, we
Yeah.
love our fur babies. You know,
Yeah.
we're big animal lovers, but these tents come from South Africa, and everybody, of course, thinks they're pet, just like their kids.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
well behaved.
Yes,
but
mine are not. I'd say they are, but they're not.
I know. I know. Us
I'll be
too.
the first to admit.
Us too. But I mean, if they had an accident on the canvas,
Yeah.
it's not like we can just go buy another one.
No,
Right.
exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. No, I understand that for sure. Now, with the local restaurants and like wineries here, do you guys partner up with them for any sort of events or anything like that?
Starting to.
Yeah, we are definitely working on that. We made arrangements with a new restaurant coming into town who would help us out with some deliveries for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ooh, okay.
And we have a couple of chefs in town who, if you wanted to set it up, they will come and cook you a 8-course meal on the back deck back there, and
Nice.
those are things we like to offer our guests.
Yeah,
So,
that is a total experience that
Yeah,
you
and-
just won't get anywhere else. So.
And we're friends with the people who own Twisted X, and
Uh-huh.
we're starting to work together with them quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have tokens for us that our guests can go there and get a
Maybe
beer.
create a signature cocktail.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And
Nice.
we have a friend who owns a coffee shop downtown, and we want to have the Spoon Mountain Glamping special, so you can walk in and
Aw.
order that.
So you're creating this whole brand.
Yes.
Yes. Well, but I mean, it just happened so fast with how booked we got so quickly that all these other little things that were a vision,
Yeah.
we're having to kind of scramble to get it finished.
Yeah.
Because we really want them to be able to utilize, and it's all about helping each other in the community.
Yeah.
One business supporting another.
I'm all
So,
about that, especially coming out of this pandemic and stuff. I mean, we need to rally with
Yes.
each other because
Yes.
small businesses have been hit so hard.
They sure
Oh,
have. And I mean, we've been blessed by so many people wanting to help us. Even, like Ann Tyler over at Yurtopia, she's been so wonderful.
Mhm.
It's another type of vacation rental glamping place that's in town with advice and,
Uh-huh.
and helping and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's really helped us
yeah,
tremendously.
kind
to
of like
grow.
an advisor.
Yeah.
Because it happened so fast that now we're having to catch up and make sure
Well,
all this.
What's interesting is it happened fast, but it also took a really long time. It's been 3 years in the making.
Well, so how long did it take to build these?
About a year.
Okay.
Once we started breaking dirt, it took about a year. But it took a while to figure out exactly what we wanted, to build a dream, a vision, so you get this vision. And then it takes a long time to figure out how you want to fill that vision. And then you have to realize we're in the city limits. So in order to
Yes.
get a permit to put tents in, that took a while because the city
Which you would
council-
think it's a tent. It's,
Yeah.
Well, that was we
the gray
actually,
area.
Yes, and we're the only that we know of, and I'm pretty sure this is true, the only glamping tent facility within a city limits.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's permitted for a city
Yeah,
limits.
and
Okay.
what's
Yeah.
I just thought just put up 3 decks and 3 tents. How hard can this be?
Yeah.
When it really started getting down to okay, you're approved, we were like, this is so much more than I thought it was going
you
to
gotta
be.
do the plumbing and
Yes.
everything.
So
yeah.
we hired a general contractor, and it just so happened to be JB Chisholm,
Mm-hmm.
and they did the EMS, and Ken was really pleased with what they did there with
Yeah.
the brand new EMS building. So they put in a bid, and it was great. And
Yeah.
he said it was very challenging, though. I thought it was going
It
to
was
be
probably
easy.
out of his wheelhouse too.
It was
Yes.
way out of everybody's wheelhouse.
Yes.
I mean,
Exactly.
who
You want
puts
to
up
put a
tents?
tent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, the city council, by good measure, they wanted to make sure that we weren't going to put up junk.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
and we really wanted to ensure that we were going to build something that all of Wimberley could be proud of.
yeah.
And the vision kind of grew as we were building, and
Mm-hmm.
we had an idea, but as it grew, then we just changed things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this needs to be a little different.
Yeah.
This needs to be an upgrade. This needs to be better.
Yeah.
And I think our end result turned out to be great.
Now, is there
So-
any plans for more tents?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, tent-wise, we're still kind of working with the city. We'd like to put one more. We're only on 3 acres.
Yeah.
But I'm wanting some type of water, like a pool. Everybody wants water, and since
It's
we're
Texas.
not on the river,
Yeah.
there's some plans, exciting plans,
Uh-huh.
and there's even really exciting plans coming for the med spa. We are
nice.
outgrowing that space down there as well.
Some hot springs would be really
So-
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So,
Yeah. People have really discovered the med spa lately, and so it's so busy in there. People are just kind of walking on top
Well,
of each
yeah,
other.
I bet
so-
both businesses help each other
They
out,
do.
and it's
They do.
just been this huge thing that's taken over. So
Yeah.
that's really exciting for you guys, and especially to have your first booking coming out of a pandemic and just hit the ground running. That's exciting.
absolutely.
So I'm super excited for you guys. I
you.
can't wait to book my trip here with my honey. Are there any plans to do maybe another one like that's family?
I'm very intrigued with family.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Just because
We-
Wimberley brings so much
Yes.
family here.
It does, and Yvette and I are hugely family oriented. I mean, we have 2 kids, and we had kids at our house forever. Just every Monday night was full of kids, and so we're starting to miss that. Our daughter's going to graduate this year. Our son graduated last year.
Yeah.
So we really would love to build a family oriented kind of campground.
Yeah.
That would be my forte. I would love to drive the wagon around and tell the
Yeah.
stories. And
For sure.
Yeah,
I've
so-
stayed at another place I won't mention of name. That it was in a little cabin, and it was tiny, and it was my family of 5. And so even this is bigger than that. So something here that has a little bit for the parents, but also if you
Yes.
want to go do something with the kids.
So many ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm so excited about. I want to make it happen now.
Yeah.
But-
I have friends who say, your wife has turned into a real estate monster.
Well, there's nothing wrong in that.
No,
I mean,
and the experience part of it. I mean, like, I would have loved to have been able to take my kids to go experience something cool and different.
well,
Yeah.
part of what people know about me is I'm not a person that does birthday parties or, for our holidays, we go on a trip. We're all about making an
Yes,
experience.
experience.
I much rather have the memories than a toy I got to pick up after.
Right.
And so the fact that you've created this atmosphere here, if you channeled in a kid, parent to be able to go have a spa day and then go hang out there with their kids in the evening watching the stars and stuff. There's nobody else that does that. More, it's like it's either zoned for kids or adults.
Right.
There's no
Right.
happy medium.
Yeah,
So.
and I even have in mind that Grandma and Grandpa could come, if they had an RV. We might do a little RV site so they can come, and then
Yeah.
the family can rent the whatever. So
Yeah.
those are plans that
They're brewing.
they're brewing.
brewing.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
only time will tell.
yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and sitting down with me, and I am so excited to see just this dream explode and see everything that unfolds with you guys.
Well, thank you very much for coming out today.
Of course, thank you.